It is Monday, which means it is time for Chamber Talk. Every Monday, we welcome the Fairfield Area Chamber of Commerce into the studios to talk about some upcoming events and chamber projects that they have going on. It's going to be a busy month for the Fairfield Area Chamber of Commerce. By the way, you can learn more by signing up for the Monday morning newsletter, Chamber Chatter. Hit your email box about 8 o'clock every Monday morning. You can also check out the calendar events at fairfieldiowa.com. And if you have communications that you'd like to exchange with them, email them, chamber@fairfieldiowa.com. Is the chamber at fairfieldiowa.radio.com. No, it's chamber at Fairfield, Iowa, right?
Yes.
There we go.
It's Monday.
It's Monday, that's right. That disembodied voice you hear from my left is that of Mendy McAdams. She's the director of the Fairfield Area Chamber of Commerce. I was looking at the calendar earlier, and 1 week from tomorrow, you'll be kicking off Leadership Fairfield.
Absolutely. We have a full class this year.
I was going to ask, last week I think there were maybe 2 availabilities.
Yep, we are full, but we are taking a wait list. Sometimes closer to the event, somebody will need to drop out. So
life happens.
Life gets in the way sometimes. So yes, we can definitely take a couple more people. And we might even, let it be a couple of extra this year because next year we will be doing some changes to that program.
Okay. So again, a week from tomorrow is the kickoff to the annual Leadership Fairfield. The other thing was on the calendar that was going on this week. Do you have any more information on the taco event happening out at Addington Place on Thursday evening? It had a TBA on the time.
Yes, I did. Got a flyer about that, and that all goes to the Mark Cool Foundation, which helps kids with equipment that they can't traditionally afford at school, or all kinds of great things. Dane Cool was in the class last year, and he is such a great guy. So, oh my goodness, let me find my flyer.
So it's a taco bar coming up on Thursday evening. It's going to be at Addington Place, and as I mentioned earlier, the time was the only thing that I didn't have. So I'm assuming 4:30 or 5 o'clock on Thursday evening.
It is at lunch.
It's lunch.
Noon
See,
to 1.
Completely wrong on that.
Totally wrong,
Don't
friend.
assume. So
Yes.
noon to 1 Thursday.
All proceeds going to the Mark Cool Foundation, which is their mission is all Trojans, no matter their financial status, physical status, or capabilities, has an equal opportunity for extracurricular activities.
All right. The other thing on the calendar at the end of this week, it's the First Fridays event. And then I mentioned all the great activities that the Chamber has sponsored. Coming up a week from Friday is the Barnyard Bash. Still opportunities for individuals and businesses to become a member of that and set up
Interactive family fun booth.
Yeah, a booth.
Absolutely. We're taking, and members and non-members can sign up for that. It'll be a great time. Last year we had over 800 people. So it's a really great opportunity to get your logo seen by a lot of people and really have a great time. That is 3 hours of fun.
Yeah, and it's free to attend, by the way, for families out there. Also, don't make plans for dinner that night because our friends with Jefferson County Cattlemen and the pork producers will be there grilling up some meals for purchase as well. It's always great, whether it's beef burgers, pork burgers. They always have a great thing going. And again, that's out at the Barnyard Bash on the 8th. And then mid-month, the all-teacher reception.
Yes, the teacher appreciation event. There is some booth space available in that, actually, too. If you can't set up a booth, you can also drop off supplies for teachers. And we are taking donations for new teacher gifts. We think that new teachers should get a special little welcome to teaching. And that's a really great opportunity for teachers to get a couple hours out of the classroom, get some supplies, get some food and beverage, get some babysitting, and just get appreciated and hear that people are glad that they're doing what they do.
All right. Every week, Mendy brings a guest into the studios. Today, she has Alecs in from Fairfield Public Library.
Good morning, Mr. Mickunas. How are you?
Good morning. I'm great. Thanks for asking.
You look adorable, as always.
Thank you.
So the library has more stuff going on than the chamber. You have things. It is amazing to me the amount of programming that happens in that library.
Yeah, and we're even kind of like taking a little time off from programming this month. Well, just as the summer reading program sort of, reached its conclusion earlier this month. Like Sarah, our children's librarian, has been, in planning mode, and so starting in probably late September, through the fall and winter, we'll have a lot of programs again, but it's been a little bit slower. And it's interesting. I feel like everyone chose August to go on vacation because the library has been a bit quieter the last couple weeks.
But
it's been such a busy summer at the library. I mean, we had over 10,000 more people visit the library in the last year this year than we did the year before.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
and we've seen increases in use for all our materials. The only areas where people are using things less is maybe magazines. That's the only thing. Even DVDs and Blu-rays, people are actually coming in and they borrowed thousands more DVDs last year than they did the year before.
Wow.
So we really are kind of we really have exited that immediate post-pandemic time, and so now it's just going to be like a steady climb upward. And as we're approaching September and National Library Card Sign-Up Month, we have all of these really exciting offerings to share that will hopefully all be available September 1st. The first thing that I'm very excited about is our very own library app for Fairfield Public Library.
Yay!
Yeah, and our library catalog is fully integrated into this app to such an extent that you can actually borrow ebooks and e-audiobooks that you would usually have to go to the Libby app to get. You can now do it. You'll be able to do it right there in our My Libro smartphone app. This is going to be super cool. Plus, your library card is actually embedded in the app, so you never actually need to worry about losing your library card ever again.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very cool. Plus, there's a chat feature, so you can really easily chat with librarians, ask questions about books, whatever questions you might have. It could be about anything, actually. We'll do our best to help you. There's also actually a very simple AI built in that will actually help direct you to just different resources in our catalog. So you could type, does the library have Harry Potter? It'll immediately bring up a record for Harry Potter. That sort of thing. And then additionally, let's see. All of our amazing digital resources are very easily accessible in the app as well, including one new resource that's also going to be launched September 1st. The library is adding a service called Hoopla. Hoopla, it's a company that was launched by a company that used to be a major. They owned a major video cassette movie rental store called Midwest Tapes, and
fun.
they were quick enough to transition out of that and into this streaming industry.
There you go. That's how I knew it.
And so they offer on-demand ebooks, e-audiobooks, music, and movies, and e-magazines.
Wow.
Any magazine you might want to read in a digital format, you can borrow it through Hoopla. They have over 850,000 items available at any given time, and they add on average 10,000 new titles every month. So to get started, the library is going to offer 5 clicks to everyone each month in Jefferson County, and then we hope to be able to expand or increase that number in future years.
Wow, it's no wonder you're getting so many people. You've added so many services since you've taken over as director. So what is your vision? What do you have next? What's on your wish list, maybe?
Well, oh gosh, that's a really great question. Well, I'm like a couple of things that I'm working on right now is well, I'd really like to hire a consultant to really just help revision sort of how we utilize the library space. One thing that I believe is really important is moving all of our newest materials to the front of the library so they're more accessible to the community. But kind of, along with that, I think it could be great to just reimagine the space even more. We're also going to be adding our Art to Go collection fairly soon here, but we need to open up some wall space for that first. These are framed fine art prints that the community members can borrow for up to 2 months. We have 6 pieces right now, but they don't have a specific area for the community to go to find them. But we're opening up that space in the next several weeks, and we hope to have that ready to go. So I'm just excited
That's
about
awesome.
changing the library space, and I just really, the library has so many things that people don't know about. So I just really want to focus on promoting our materials as much as I can in the next year, and just kind of tightening everything up.
Well, and I stopped in the other day, and there was an enormous book sale.
That's right. And actually this week, you can go in and there's a special sale. You can fill up a basket of items and pay just $10.
Wow.
Yeah, usually it's hardcovers are $10 and paperbacks are 50 cents. DVDs and Blu-rays have now been changed to being just a dollar each, but you can fill up a whole basket for $10 this week. So we're hoping to see more people come on by.
Yeah, so go over to Bargain Box and get a bag sale there, and then go over to the library and get your bag sale there. That's great. So the kiddos went back to school today. So are you planning some fun things for them for their after-school programming?
We don't have anything planned right now, but we would like to collaborate more with the schools.
Yes.
The truth of the matter is, when school starts back up, we just don't see kids very much anymore. They get like looped into after school activities,
Yeah.
and they're very in this town. The parents keep their kids very busy.
Yeah, I think that's just the mantra of all parents anymore. As a parent, I can attest to that. Even when they're little, there's so much stuff going on.
Right. Yeah, but it's been such a fun summer, and we had several really wonderful youth volunteers that helped Sarah, our children's librarian, all summer long, and they just had a pizza party the end of last week to celebrate, and
Oh, how fun.
yeah, it's wonderful.
Okay, so with your new app, you're going to have your library card embedded in the app. So people don't necessarily need their library card anymore. But what if I really still want to have a physical library
Yeah,
card?
great question. So that's
I'm still one of those people who likes
Yeah.
the smell of newsprints.
That's
so.
the last thing I wanted to share about. So for the first time, starting hopefully the end of this week, we're going to have new colorful library cards available for the whole community. And everyone in the month of September, National Library Card Sign-Up Month, will be eligible to renew their card, get a new, beautiful, colorful library card with one of two images they can choose. Another thing to remember when you get a new library card, if you're already a Libby user, make sure that you merge your old account with your new one so you don't lose all the items you had on hold. It's very, very easy to do, but you'll be potentially very disappointed if you lose all those holds and your reading history, which you can see in
Absolutely.
Libby, which is pretty cool.
So for those of us who may have a bit longer of a commute than others, what's your audiobook selection look like?
Wow. Well,
Because I know you said in the app there's going to
Yeah,
be
that's right.
available.
Well, Libby has tens of thousands of e-audiobooks available, and I mean, I rarely can't find something as an e-audiobook in Libby that I'm looking for. Yeah, if I know people. I have one friend. She actually commutes between Fairfield and New York City, and she's a goldsmith, and it's very time-intensive work. So she listens to e-audiobooks while she's doing that work, and she reads she listens to upwards of a dozen ebooks a month. So
That's awesome.
yeah, it's pretty amazing. What these resources are we have today. They're just so easy to use, and yeah, Libby is amazing, and it'll be great that it'll be even easier to use in our new app.
I'm so excited for the new app. Steve, have you gone to the library lately? That book sale was huge.
I have not. It's on my list. In fact, I was looking up on their webpage. Viktor Frankl's The Man's Search for Meaning. I need to get over. I see there's one available now. So.
Oh yeah, no, I'd like to reread that too.
Oh, you have read that.
It was assigned in high school.
Oh yeah, no. For some reason that came up in my timeline that from a couple years ago. I never picked it up at that time, but now it's on my list to go. I see there's one available right now, so
Yay!
I have to get over.
I'm very excited about the app.
I might wait till the end of the week though, so I can get my new colorful library card.
Yeah.
All right. Again, Alec does a great job of keeping all the calendars populated. Your calendar, the new Fairfield 365 calendar, and their own calendar at the Fairfield Public Libraries. There's always something Steve to do over there. All right. That is our Chamber Talk here on this Monday morning here on 1570 KMCD. Don't forget that Taco for Lunch fundraiser at Addington Place on Thursday at noon to 1. That's fundraiser for a project to help pay for sporting equipment for Fairfield High School students in need. First Friday's event coming up, and then a week from tomorrow is the kickoff to the Leadership Fairfield program, which will run right through April of next year, right?
That's right. Graduated awards banquet.
Okay. That's our Chamber Talk here on this Monday morning. It is 8 minutes for the top of the hour. We have a look at the markets around the corner, and CBS News at the top of the hour here on KMCD.